people crossed into our land. I am Alpha.
Welcome back, everybody. Awesome stuff today. We just got another trailer for The Walking Dead Season 9B, and in this trailer we hear Alpha talk for the first time. And I gotta say, the way she spoke, I did not expect her to sound like that, but I'm loving it because it reminds me of the governor. I played a little bit of the clip in the beginning. I can't play the full clip because they don't let me do that. They'll take the video down or something like that. But just that beginning part where we have Alpha talking, it reminds me so much of the governor for some reason. And I didn't expect the voice, but I'm loving it. But what she's saying is that she's probably, during this scene where she is saying this line of dialogue, she most likely is going to be at the front of the gates of the hilltop, telling them, like, you killed my people, there will be conflict, I am Alpha. And I cannot wait to see that on the show. But in today's video, we're going to break down all the new footage we got, because we got a ton of new footage in this trailer. And before I do begin that, if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, be sure to subscribe. But other than that, let's get started. So the trailer opens up with Alpha walking to the gate to the hilltop, and like I mentioned before, that's where she's probably going to give this speech. And the governor resemblance is there so much for me. Like the governor, Negan, Rick, all these characters who give speeches, like Alpha's gonna be one of those characters, and I can't wait. But most specifically, it's the governor that I got reminded of from this scene. Moving on, we have a great shot of Alpha and Beta here, and Beta is helping Alpha put her mask on. That is so sweet. I don't know why, I just like this photo right here, this footage of Alpha, you know, getting her mask put on by Beta. I just love this right here. Also, we did get a lot of footage of Beta also. Now, the reason I'm a little surprised here is because it looks like they're going to be bringing Beta on the show a lot earlier than they would in the comics, because in the comics it takes a while for Beta to come on. First it's Alpha, and I think it's going to be the same thing on the show, but I feel like it's only going to be like maybe an episode you know, difference. Like maybe Alpha comes in episode 10 and then Beta 11 or 11 and 12 or something like that. But it looks like I was a little worried at first that we aren't going to get Beta until later on in season 9. But it does look like we're going to get him pretty early on also. We also have this thing in front of Alpha. Now, at first I couldn't tell what it was, but we have this later on in the trailer, and that's also Alpha because we can tell from the black sleeves. But what I think is going on here is they have this, I mean, this is terrifying first of all, but this is like water and blood mixed or something. I think more specifically like walker blood, because what I think that they're going to be doing here is putting this on their, you know, walker suits, so they can still, you know, they can smell like a fresh walker, so they don't lose that scent that makes them, you know, blend in with the walkers. Moving on, we have the group right here, and this is them in episode 9, obviously, because it's going to be immediately after the graveyard scene. But this scene could have some great tension, because we have Eugene and Jesus, who can't walk on their own. I mean, Jesus is dead, but Eugene is injured, and they don't want to leave their friends behind, obviously. They want to bury Jesus, and, you know, they're running away from the whispers. So this scene could have some great tension, because maybe they could hear whispers around them, and the whispers are coming for them, and they, you know, are being, you know, held down because they are carrying people. They can't move that fast. And I think it could definitely build some good, like, horror movie type vibes where they're trying to get away as fast as possible. And I think it's going to be really good. And then also, so it's not nighttime. I would have loved it if it's nighttime, but also remember in episode, the season 6 finale, when they were carrying Maggie and, you know, they started hearing the whistles, like how scary that was in the woods. I really wish it was nighttime, but still, they could do a really cool thing here with the whispers and them trying to run away as fast as possible. But I think this scene could be really cool. Next, we have this whisper right here on the bridge. Now, we saw this previously in the other trailer, and then we didn't get this part though. The whisper starts charging at Michonne, which I think is awesome, and we're gonna have some really cool battles in episode 9, I believe. But this is the bridge that they're gonna capture Lydia on, so Lydia's probably gonna just be in the back or something. They're probably just gonna kill all these whispers, and then when Lydia comes and they see it like it's a young girl, they most likely don't want to kill her and they want to bring her back for questioning, which is what's gonna happen. But I can't wait for that Lydia reveal, because we did get the mask in the previous trailer, and I think it looks great. Now this next part I'm loving, because we have Alpha putting on her mask and it's nighttime, so the nighttime plus Alpha plus The Walking Dead equals masterpiece in my opinion. If they execute it well, because I'm a massive fan of night scenes in The Walking Dead, and now with the scariest group coming, the Whispers, I want as many night scenes as you can give me, please. But this gets me excited. But this is most likely gonna be after the hilltop encounter, because that's probably gonna be like the first alpha encounter when she after she captures Luke and Alden with that shotgun scene. She most likely is gonna go to the hilltop, and then this is probably them just being sneaky and spying on the communities. And the fact that they're doing it at night gets me excited. But this is probably gonna be happening maybe like episode 12. 13ish, probably episode 12 after that you know, that hilltop encounter. Now this next scene I'm loving, because we have Henry here in some sort of ditch and Beta is trying to grab his stick, and I love this. Again, they're giving us a lot of Beta, which is awesome. But what I think is going to be happening here is, as we know, Lydia and last time we saw Henry, at least I think that's Henry, I could totally be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's Henry, and the stick obviously gives it away. But last time we saw Henry, he was in the cell, and now Lydia's going to go to the cell. So this is most likely going to be later on in Season 9, like episode 13-ish, when Lydia gets out and goes back to the Whisperer camp, when Alpha comes and gets her. You know, they're giving Carl's storyline to Henry, so obviously Henry's going to go after Lydia. And I could definitely see him going after Lydia and then running into the big-ass Beta, which I think will be freaking awesome. But that's what's most likely is going on here. He's probably just on his way to the Whisperer camp because he wants to go after Lydia after they bonded. And then he runs into Beta. Then the next scene we have is also Beta. Now, when I first saw this, I kind of got a little terrified because the hair of this walker looks a little bit like Henry's hair. So I was like, did Beta just kill Henry? Or is he like pinning Henry against a tree or something? But he clearly kills whoever this is, and it's probably just a walker. And he just like kind of takes off the head. And in the next shot, we have him, you know, lifting up the head. So I think what we're gonna be seeing here, and this could just be, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is like a random walker, but because they most likely aren't gonna give us like a real kill in the trailer, so it's probably just a walker. But I think what we could be seeing here is actually how the Whisperers built their masks and how the Whisperers, you know, kill walkers and skinwalkers. Maybe we get a little cool scene with Beta doing that with this walker right here. Because I can tell you right now, the Whisperers are very fascinating to me, and I want to see how they do what they do. And if you watch my videos, you know I've been saying that I really hope they make like a Whisperer spin-off, like a prequel for the Whisperers. I think that'll be pretty cool. But giving us a scene of how they actually create the masks and how they skin walkers would be pretty cool. But also, by the looks of it, it looks like Beta is kind of on his own here. But Beta's a big dude, so he most likely is going to be on his own a lot because he can most likely take care of himself. And then it looks like these two scenes, not the scene with Henry running into Beta, it most likely is going to be like the same episode and, you know, very close together because Beta is going to be on his own, doing his own thing, and then Henry on his way after Lydia could possibly run into him. Now this next scene, this is some new footage we got, which is just straight up terrifying. We have Alpha here telling this guy to shush, and her hands are covered with blood. We have Beta right behind him. And just for a minute, think about in this situation, you know, Beta breathing down your neck. We have Alpha in your face, like how terrifying this is. But I don't recognize this guy. Is he from Alexandria, the Hilltop, or Kingdom? Is he just some sort of secondary character that we don't know about? I don't know. I don't recognize him, so it most likely isn't gonna be. If they're gonna capture somebody, I would like if this was like Luke or Alden, yeah, that would make sense that they capture them. But I don't know who this is, so unless I don't know who this guy is and everybody else does, leave it in the comments down below. But I just don't recognize this guy. But if he's not somebody from one of the communities, and he most likely isn't, again, going back to what I was saying about, you know, the Whisperers and seeing actually them, you know, creating the masks. Maybe this guy is becoming a Whisperer in this scene. Maybe Alpha is telling him to shh, like don't talk. We have her, you know, with the, you know, we had that scene earlier with Beta, you know, killing that walker. Maybe they're gonna make him a mask. That little puddle with the blood and water, you know, that's probably gonna be around this scene also because we can see her hands are covered in that. So maybe this is some sort of like initiation to be a Whisperer. That could be a total stretch, but other than that, I don't know. I don't really know what else it could be. But like I said, seeing a Whisper initiation would be pretty cool. Also, there's an episode title. Episode 10 is titled Omega. Maybe this could be Omega. I don't know. But Beta's there also, so I don't think we're gonna get Beta in episode 10. So this is most likely later on in season 9. I just a little bit stumped here about who. I mean, I don't recognize this guy, that's why. So maybe if it is somebody from a community, he could just be getting captured. But other than that, it looks like maybe he's becoming a Whisperer. And then we have this shot right here of Alpha, which is going to be in episode 10 when she captures Luke and Alden. We've seen this before. But moving on, we have this image right here, or this footage right here of these two Whisperers. And I'm sure these are Whisperers because of the hair in the back and the Whisperers over here towards further down. But they're carrying something here, and it's obviously very heavy because it's taking two people and they're dragging it across the floor. Now, at first glance, I was thinking maybe Luke and Alden could be in here, but that bag is way too small. But we know they're gonna get captured, and we know they're gonna go to the hilltop to do a trade. And I'm pretty sure these are Whisperers. It's hard to tell a little bit because their backs are turned. But whatever's in that bag is obviously heavy. So in the comments down below, you comment what you think it could be. Maybe it could be just like bones and like walker ligaments and stuff like that. Like I mentioned before, maybe we see them actually creating Whisper masks and stuff like that. So it's obviously heavy. I think if you just put like a bunch of arms and legs in there, it'll be pretty heavy. So it could be that. But in the comments down below, you leave what you guys think it might be in there. And then we have three Whisperers here, and this is obviously in front of the hilltop because you can tell from the back. And this is when Alpha comes to the hilltop. We have some Whisperers in front of there, just like standing behind her. And then we have a great shot of Beta, and this is gonna be where we saw previously when he gets into that fight with Daryl. And I think this might be the Sanctuary. I really hope it is. We know Daryl and Beta are going to be fighting, and then maybe, hopefully, Negan comes saves them. But this is a great shot of Beta, a much more clear one than we got before. Last thing I want to talk about is this scene right here, where we have Alpha turning around saying, "My name is Alpha." Now, this is the Whisperer camp, I believe, because if you look up, we have some walkers who are, like, you know, tied up here on trees. They most likely are going to be skinning these walkers. And then we have this guy on the left, these two guys on the left who don't even have masks on. Some people in the back who don't have masks on. So this is the Whisperer camp, and the reason we might be seeing this is because you know, Henry's gonna be going there. So on his way there, you know, we're gonna follow him there, obviously, on his journey to go get Lydia, and then we're gonna see the base also. So I can't wait for that. But there you have it, guys. That is the trailer for The Walking Dead Season 9B. Definitely the best look and the best trailer we have. I am excited, and you know, just hearing Alpha talk was terrifying, and I love what they did with her voice. They definitely, I can see some resemblance with the governor, and this is an awesome trailer. But I am gonna leave it off there. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like rating and leave all your thoughts and opinions about the trailer in the comments down below. For daily Walking Dead videos like this, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.